So our Devil's Postpile, it's on our right. Looks kind of like a mini version of Giant's Causeway but with no ocean. I don't know, probably can't see it. It's just a load of like hexagonal type volcanic rock. There's this other side trail that goes around it instead of over it, because we can't be fucked to go over it now. Too tired, and we've seen it, we can see it from here. I said to myself I was done with side trails after Whitney, but here we are on a side trail. But to be fair, I think it might be shorter than the actual PCT route. And we don't have to backtrack this way, so fuck it. And also, I'm going to do a side trail in the Yosemite. So there's that. But then, I promise, I'm done with fucking side trails. I'm done with it. This is not worth my time. I've got a mission to do here.
Crater Lake.
Crater. Is that a side trail?
Technically.
Are we doing that?
Yeah.
Is it worth it?
But this year it might be...
Might be closed.
No, this year it might be the real PCT is the alternate. Because of fires.
So we might have to go that way anyway.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Well, yeah, that was Devil's Postpile. Very interesting. Spent a lot of time there. It's so worthwhile.
Lots of smoke.
No, yeah. Yeah, actually, there's quite a bit of smoke because we're heading into that burn area with all the smoke and that, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'll do some more videos on the way up to the Yosemite here. We should be there in like a day or two. See some giant sequoias, that'll be fun. And probably spend the night there and head on. I'll do more vlogs later. Peace out. Okay, that's Devil's Postpile, but you can see it better from here. That's all. How's it going, guys? So, I'm on my way into the Yosemite still. I woke up this morning pretty late, as per usual. I wanted to get an early start today and do some high mileage today so that I could get into Yosemite Valley tomorrow and still have plenty of time to do stuff. But I don't know, I was tired and stuff, and I don't know, slept in, watched some TV in bed. But I'm up now. It's about 11:45, almost midday. I'm gonna try and do like 22 miles today and get over both the passes today, because there's 2 passes. So I'm still gonna try to do that. It probably will require some night hiking, but everything's fully charged now, so headlamp will be able to last through the night this time. Yeah, so unfortunately the rattlesnacks are all broken up now. I'm sure I'll see some of them again, if not all of them. Southbound was with me last night, but when I got up he was gone. He probably had like a 5 a.m. start. That's what he normally does. So I'm gonna go ahead and put him like half a day ahead of me. Pickles was about half a day ahead of us yesterday. So depending on what time he got up, he could be between half a day and a day ahead. TC and Spygot left when we were supposed to from Mammoth Lake, so they're between 2 to 3 days ahead. And then Arrow and Stretch are off trail at the moment, so yeah, most of the group's all over the place now. But I don't know when everyone's gonna catch up. Probably somewhere like Tahoe, just because of the differences in time. Unless I do some high mileage, probably won't catch TT and Spy got, especially with my side trip into the Yosemite. It's probably not going to happen. And Southland's not going to the Yosemite, so he's going to gain more time there. So we'll just have to see. It's a bit sad, but you know, it's not all bad. I mean, I did come out here with the intent to do this by myself, and I do a lot of hiking by myself anyway, so it shouldn't be too bad. And you know, there's other people about, so it's not that bad. Yeah, and if worst comes to worst and we don't all see each other again, you know, there are other groups and stuff, or I'll just finish the whole thing myself. I mean, it's been nice. We'll see if we can catch up. I'm sure there'll be some point where people stop and we'll catch up, but who knows? There's fissures down there. But yeah, as it goes at the moment, still pretty smoky. It was real smoky last night, so we didn't go that far, like 5 miles or something. And then today it's not as bad now, but as it goes, it gets worse in the evening when it cools down, because when it cools down, the flames die down, and then there's more smoldering, so there's more smoke. So the whole valley sort of fills with smoke as the day goes. Ooh, nearly dropped the phone. Yeah, the valley fills with smoke as the day goes on, so if I can get up and over those passes, it shouldn't be as hard as it will be later on. I can already smell a lot of smoke, but it's definitely not as bad as it was last night. Last night it was hard to walk because your breathing was difficult. Just another thing to deal with, really. A new experience. But I'll definitely be glad to get out of the smoke area. But I'm already hearing about other fires up north, so we'll see how that goes. But it should be fine, I think. But yeah, not too much further to go actually. The Sierras, it's going really quick. But yeah, then we've got Northern California to do, which apparently flattens back out again and gets lower down, kind of like the desert. But I don't think it's huge, so it shouldn't be that big of an issue. And then we'll also be getting rid of some weight before we get there. I'm going to have to do a big pack shakedown when we get to somewhere like Tahoe or something, because I have a bunch of unnecessary weight now, just because it's hard for me to send stuff home because it's so expensive. But if I'm sending a bear can home anyway, I'll just send a bunch of stuff home, and then hopefully it'll get easier from there, heading into Oregon and Washington. So yeah, that's it for now. I'll do some more videos later. How's it going, folks? Another day, another pass. I camped just before the pass. I planned on doing both of them yesterday, but I was tired and couldn't be bothered. So got to the top of the pass, and lo and behold, there's a sign that says now entering the Yosemite National Wilderness. So I suppose now that I'm walked past that sign, I am technically in the Yosemite. Whew. Been waiting to get here for quite a while. Came here when I was younger. The Yosemite was pretty cool, and it's just one of those points along the trail that, you know, I really wanted to visit. So I don't think the trail goes through, you know, the same sort of places I went last time, but I will be doing a side trip tomorrow probably into the Yosemite Valley, or if I get there early enough today, I'll go in, camp there, and do everything I want to do there tomorrow, and come back and have a Nero tomorrow. So yeah, finally made it to the Yosemite. Whoop whoop. And oh wow, it's a pretty cool view over there. So still very much at the top of the mountains, about 11,100 feet up here. You probably can't see the view I was talking about behind there. Still looks kind of foggy. I don't know if it's fog or if it's smoke. I thought we'd sort of got away from the smoke. Let me get up on this rock. So there's a cool valley behind me. I can't see the video very well with this bug now on. But yeah, hopefully you guys can see that. But it's pretty cool. Not much else to say about it really. I've got to do about 14 miles to, we don't know how to say the name of this place. We just call it Tawala Wallabu or Tawalamanul. I don't know how it's pronounced. Somebody told me, but I forgot already. Yeah, so we're heading there. From there, I'll get the bus into Yosemite Valley. Just because I didn't realize at the time, but if I had downloaded JMT maps, I could have just kept following the JMT instead of the PCT and walked straight through Yosemite Valley. Which probably would have been better, but oh well. It's not the PCT, that's what I'm here to do anyway, so we're gonna get the bus in and see everything we need to see, and that'll be it. Alright, I'll do more videos later, guys. Hey, so I just met some southbounders. I don't think they're PCT hikers. I think they're probably just out for a day hike or a small section hike. But it was a dad and his kid, and it was pretty amazing because this kid, right, he couldn't have been more than 5 or 6, and he had like, they looked like custom made tiny trekking poles, and like he had his own little day pack type thing, and like his dad was clearly carrying most of the gear, but still, just, I mean, it's not an easy pass that we just did. I mean, it's not by far like the hardest, but dude, like for a 6-year-old or so to be doing it, it's pretty damn cool. So I mean, it's just another reason why, you know, people of all, you know, ages and stuff can be doing this, because it's just, you know, it's going to be a little harder on the dad probably carrying a little bit extra gear, but at least the kid gets to experience something like this as young as he is, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and I've not been seeing very many PCT hikers lately. I've seen a lot of southbounders, so it's very, even though you're seeing people, it's still kind of like solitude, because they're going the other way, so you see them for like maximum 30 seconds, and the most you could say to them is like, hi, or, you know, how's it going? Good, great, me too, sort of thing. So it's like very monotonous, and you don't meet a whole lot of new people. But you know, you do meet a couple of people. I mean, I did see a PCT hiker earlier, and this is just another cool thing, like, shows, you know, how different people come and tackle this trek, because this guy started on May 20th. So just put that in perspective in case you guys forgot. I started on April 29th. So he started nearly a month later than me, and he's at the same point. So he's clearly been going either a lot faster or not taking like any rest days the whole way along. So, you know, I mean, I haven't needed the rest days. I could have, you know, done at least half of those rest days. But, you know, it was fun. You get to see new towns, you get to fatten up, chill about with the group. But, you know, now that there's less of a group to chill about with, I think maybe I'm going to start pushing miles, because I am behind schedule. And it's really daunting on me about, you know, slowly falling behind. I think on average I've done about 14. I think it's dropped all the way down to 14 miles a day now on average across the whole trip. So, but to be fair, that is with like nearly 2 weeks of doing nothing. Or is it? I don't know. I don't even know how many zeros I've taken. But still, to get that back up to the 17 I need, 17.2 I needed to finish for the end of September, it's still going to be, I'm going to have to start pushing a lot of miles. I didn't do the math on that, but I could safely say that if I want to get it up to an average high enough to finish by the end of September, which, you know, is a 5-month trip total, and I kind of wanted to be doing higher miles than that so that I could finish a couple weeks early, just to make sure that, you know, I have enough money for everything, and, you know, I'm not getting done by the snowy weather in Washington, and so I can perhaps even do some other stuff while I'm over here in the States. So if I want to do that, try and finish by, like, let's say 19th of September or something, I'm going to want to start pushing 30-mile days continuously soon, which is my plan for Oregon, and it has been for a while, which is why I wasn't too worried about falling far behind schedule. But it's getting too far. I mean, with the amount of time we spent in Mammoth Lakes and some of the other places I've stayed for too long, Idlewild comes to mind. Yeah, so I need to start doing some more miles, get that average back up, and hopefully that way I'll be done, you know, early to mid-September. But, you know, we'll just see how it goes. I made preparations to be away for a longer time than that. I can probably make it to the end of September on the funds I've got. So, yeah, as long as I'm finished by the end of September, I'll be good. I mean, I could stay longer. Visa and everything covers me, and the insurance covers me and stuff, so I could stay longer, but I do not want to go into October. It sounds like if you're still on the PCT in October northbound, there's a bit of an issue, because the snow has started to fall most of the time, and gets very cold and becomes a lot harder to do. So I want to be done by October. So yeah, right now it's, I don't know, like 2nd of July or something. So yeah, but we're in Yosemite, and that gives me what, July, August, September, so potentially 3 more months to get the rest of it done. So I'm not too worried. I mean, I can do it. We'll just have to see when I finish that.